Most people don't realize they're wasting time. That's the problem. Wasted time rarely feels dramatic. It doesn't look like collapse. It doesn't look like failure. It looks normal. It looks like routine. It looks like scrolling for a few minutes. It looks like saying, "I'll start tomorrow." It looks like staying where you are because it's comfortable. And because it feels normal, you don't notice it disappearing. Time doesn't leave loudly. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't confront you. It doesn't demand anything from you. It just moves, quietly. And one day, you look back and realize you were busy. But you weren't moving. Here's the truth most people avoid. You don't waste time in big moments. You waste it in small negotiations. I'll skip today. It doesn't matter. I deserve a break. Next week will be better. Each one feels harmless. But time doesn't measure intention. It measures action. The most dangerous thing about wasted time is that it feels reversible. You think, "I'm still young. I still have time. I'll figure it out." And maybe you do have time, but time unused becomes time unavailable. You can't go back to the year you hesitated, the opportunity you ignored, the version of yourself who still believed. That version disappears quietly. People fear failure. They should fear drift. Failure is visible. Drift is subtle. Drift is waking up 5 years later in the same place. Drift is telling yourself you're thinking about it for months. Drift is postponing decisions until they no longer feel urgent. And urgency is the only thing that creates movement. Wasted time rarely feels like laziness. It feels like comfort. Comfort is seductive because it doesn't hurt immediately. But comfort stretches days into months and months into years without resistance. And when nothing resists you, nothing changes you. There's another uncomfortable truth. You already know where you're wasting time. You don't need awareness. You need honesty. It's the extra hour at night, the conversation you avoid, the project you delay, the habit you promise to start soon. You don't lack information. You lack commitment. Time exposes everyone eventually. The people who move separate themselves from the people who wait, not because they're smarter, but because they treat time as limited. When you treat time as infinite, you behave casually. When you treat time as limited, you behave deliberately. Look at your last week, not emotionally, objectively. How many hours went toward something meaningful? How many hours went toward distraction? If someone else watched your week on screen, would they say you're building something or maintaining comfort? The hardest part about wasted time is that it doesn't scream, it whispers. It tells you, you can fix this later, but later compounds, later becomes normal, and normal becomes permanent. There's a moment most people experience. It happens quietly. You see someone your age succeed, or you realize a year has passed, or you look at an old photo and notice how different you used to think. That moment isn't jealousy. It's recognition. Recognition that time moved with or without your permission. Here's something few people admit. You don't feel behind because others are ahead. You feel behind because you know you haven't respected your own time. That's what hurts, not comparison. Waste. Time doesn't require intensity. It requires consistency. 1 hour daily compounds. 1 avoided hour compounds 2. Time magnifies small behaviors. If your small behaviors are directionless, your future will be too. The truth about wasted time is that it's rarely about productivity. It's about direction. You can be busy and still waste years. Movement without intention is motion without progress. You don't fix wasted time by panicking. You fix it by deciding that your hours are not casual. You don't need a complete life overhaul. You need fewer negotiations. Fewer maybe later. Fewer not today. Fewer escapes. Every day, time asks you a silent question. Are you using me? Or am I using you? Most people never answer it. They assume they'll answer it someday. But Sunday is just time wearing a disguise. If this feels heavy, it should. Time is the only resource you can't regenerate. Money returns. Energy returns. Opportunities return. Time doesn't. Once spent, it converts into memory. And memory doesn't build futures. Action does. You don't need urgency to feel anxiety. You need urgency to create change. The longer you drift, the harder it becomes to accelerate. Momentum favors those who move early. Regret favors those who move late. You don't have to rush your life, but you do have to respect it. Respecting time doesn't mean obsession. It means awareness. It means choosing direction intentionally instead of defaulting to comfort. Most people don't waste time dramatically. They waste it quietly. Until one day, quiet becomes permanent. Time moves whether you do or not.